The road to recording music outside of the box can be a long and expensive one. Today we're going to take a look at a piece of gear that I got for so cheap, I've got no idea if it works. I bought some gear I need to know, does it work? Hey everybody, it's Sammy, your favorite Ozark Canadian, and this is a Yamaha MT8X multi-track cassette recorder. These were pretty premium back in the day. This squeezes an entire 8 tracks into what normally would be a 4-track recorder. This is about as far as they ever got with the cassette recording technology. I used to have one of these many years ago. I had to sell it due to financial difficulties. I'm sure you all can relate to that. And when this one popped up recently on Marketplace, I said, you know what? I think there's an opportunity here. Now, they weren't sure in the listing if it worked. It came with no power cable. It's very dirty. I was told that the previous owners were very heavy smokers, but at the last time they saw it used, it did work. Let's take our first observation of how the unit's looking. I will say, moving these faders, I'll let you hear this. It is very, very scratchy. It is very filthy down here. And these pan pots, aux knobs, and EQ and gain knobs, they are sticky and gunky. And these these Q levels here, I'm scared to move them. Wow, that is very nasty. So if anything, this machine is going to need a thorough takedown and cleaning, but let's just see if it works. I've got it plugged in here at the back. Let's go ahead and flip the power on. Very good, look at there. Well, the counter came on, the lights are on, and the capstan motor is turning. Okay, that's a good start. Alright, the first thing we're going to do is do a basic line level check here on our machine. I've got this TAC Bottle TO122A test tone oscillator. Basically what this does is it gives us the ability to send a nice, clean, even test tone into each channel just to check the meters and maybe hear some feedback on whether or not she's working right. So we're going to set this to -10, power it on, and I'm going to plug it into line 1 here. Okay, next we've got signal going into the machine. We're going to bring up our channel. We're going to turn up our gain until we see the clip light right here. And now let's bring up the mains, the master. Switch that over to stereo. Okay, coming in way too hot, but we've got tone coming in. Let's check the functions. Looks like pan is working. Fader's working, a little scratchy. There's your lows, mids, and highs. All right, channel 1 seems to be a success. Let's bring that down. Move over to channel number 2. Same process. Perfect. So far, so good. A little dirty, a little scratchy, but we've got functionality. Right, left, and the fader. Let's move on to 3. Very good once again. Good level on the meters. On to 4. Very dirty fader here. Going on to 5. Dirty once again, but functioning seems to be right. A little intermittent on 6 here. Seven. Uh-oh. I can hear something very faintly. But it's not coming through like it should. We'll have to investigate. 7. 8 is actually a stereo channel, which the one side is supposed to be mono, and the other side is supposed to be the right side if you want it to be that. So we do have sound coming in. Very weak, though, in nature. The next thing we need to test is the cassette player and recording functions. This is where it could get dodgy. If this thing hasn't been taken care of well, I doubt the belts are in very good shape, and we don't know what the transport is like on this. I've got a cassette tape here. This is my acceptable drum grooves from our TAC 80-8 video. I thought we could load this up in here and hit play on it and see if it plays. What should happen is, even though this is recorded on channel 1 or left and right of side A, I think it should at least play, come up on one of these channels over here. So I'm just taking a guess here. I'm going to put up channels 1 through 4. Close that up. And, well, no time like the present. I guess we'll just hit play. Okay, I've hit play, and nothing has happened. Okay, when I do that, something happens. It does show that there is a tape here. And if I take the tape out, it says there is no tape. So that's a good sign. Maybe this is all just a little stuck here. Okay, let's try it again. Okay, the tape is turning. It's kind of skipping though. And then now it's stopped. Okay, not great. Oh, we're starting to get this early signs of a snag here also. Let's go ahead and wind this sucker up here a little bit. And let's try a different function. Let's try fast forwarding. Okay, fast forward's working. It doesn't sound too bad. It sounds kind of like it should. Stop is working. We've got rewind. Nice rewind there. Okay, let's hit play again. I heard something. I'm sure you did too. I forgot that this machine does play at a way fast, at double speed of normal cassette tape. So anything we do here, because I recorded it at normal cassette tape speed before, will be much faster sounding. So it's going to feel like a real fast little groove here. Let's hit play again. I can hear something for a few seconds. It's trying, and then it gets bound up. Oh, there we go. Bound up again. All right, she keeps binding up. We're going to give this maybe this sucker just needs a little running time. Let's go ahead and fast forward through this tape here, or rewind, okay. Let's go ahead and fast forward through the whole tape and go back to the beginning. See if we can't loosen her up a little bit. This is a great machine, really. You got 8 channels here. The only thing that makes this one a little difficult, or could be offsetting for some folks, is that you can only record 4 tracks at once using the bus system that they have here. But if you're just going track at a time, or you can break up the band or the group into sections of 4, you can do some pretty powerful things with this. And I'm excited to try to get this one up and running and maybe make some videos in the future about all the features. But first, we got to get her to work. Tape's still fast forwarding here. We're going to take a stop there and take her back to the beginning. I don't know if fast forwarding and rewinding helps anything, but I don't know if these motors have turned very much lately and how this thing's been stored. So we're going to give it a shot. I do like that the count is in time. That's interesting. That's cool. I forgot about that on this one. Okay, we're going to stop right there. Let's hit play, see what happens. And she doesn't move. Locking up on me here. Let's see if we can't coax her into going. Well, obviously, there's something going on with the transport here. The first step we need to do, obviously, because we've got a lot of noise and mess in this thing, is clean this up, take it apart. We're probably going to have to clean all of these individual pots out, and I wouldn't mind getting this plastic cover separated from all the electronics and seeing if we can't give this thing a real bath, so to speak, and really clean it up. Thanks for stopping by today to take a look at the Yamaha MT8X. It's step one of many, hopefully not too many, but does it work? It does work. Doesn't work great, but it's the start of something. So when we plugged it in and turned it on, at least there was no smoke and no fire, no stink. So we're going to, in the next video, we're going to take this apart and start cleaning it up. We're going to dive into that transport. I'm going to see if I can get online and order some new belts, because even if the belts aren't bad right now, or if that's not the main problem, the age of these machines being from probably the mid-90s, it's time for a new set of belts. So we'll dive in next on this. Stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching. I'm Sammy Raycraft, your favorite Ozark Canadian. Leave me a comment down below if you've got any suggestions, any ideas. Maybe you've ran into the exact same situation before and you got some pointers for me. Man, would I appreciate it. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping by.